All right. Let's see.
Do I need headphones too?
It's up to you.
Oh.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
like
fine.
amplified. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yes.
Oh, you
I'm
can.
good.
Okay, you're good. Okay. Yeah.
All right. I think let's see it coming through. Oh, there we go. All right. Hey, folks. Welcome to Theater Corner Green Room. And I'm your host, Michael Taylor, with
Kathryn Smith-McGlynn.
And we have got another fantastic episode for you today. But first, we're going to get to our sponsor, which is Mental Bar Workaholic Cold Brew, modern coffee for the modern achiever. How can you not smile when I say
Favorite part of the show. Every time.
That's what brings people in. Very good. And we've got the fire for you today. Oh, man. Tell them about it, host.
She brought it today. Naomi Tiana Rodgers, welcome to the show.
Hello. Happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for brightening up the studio.
Thank you.
That's what's up. And I think what we'll start with is the reason you're here in San Diego, and you are here performing in 3 Summers of Lincoln at the La Jolla Playhouse. And it's fire.
It is on fire. It is fire. It brings out the fire in me. The whole blackness of me and every part of my being. I mean, everybody needs to come see this show.
Oh, that's right.
You know?
Everybody.
And tell us who you're playing.
I am playing the incredible abolitionist and daughter of Frederick Douglass, Miss Rosetta Douglass. And I understudy the impeccable Elizabeth Keckley. And I am as cast as what they say, ensemble. So I come and I fill in some roles just to help support, tell the story.
Pull that closer.
To help support, tell the story.
Very nice. And for those people that have not seen the play yet, we're gonna give them a sense of what's in store for them. Let's see.
Snaps, all the snaps.
Yes. You can just feel the fire from the video.
Yes.
All you see is people going,
Energy.
energy. You're just bringing it.
Yes.
Bringing it. Oh my God, it's like that every night. It's an honor and a blessing to watch these people just like put themselves into these characters and just go for it. You know? Like, yeah.
And I think one thing, if people don't like melanin, they better not come to this show.
It's a lot of it.
Melanin in the house.
It's very melanated, baby. We are all up in that thing. You can't get rid of us.
That's what's up.
Talk about history. You got melanin in that thing.
Right.
Okay, we written history, all right?
And when I saw the show, the family, Frederick Douglass's family, for me was just, it spoke to me. The family spoke to me, and the daughter, and the way that the relationship between the siblings. Can you talk a little bit about how you worked with your castmates and trying to really forge that relationship and making it seem so real?
So, me coming Frederick Douglass, Quentin Earl Darrington, and witnessing him play Joe Jackson on Broadway. Excuse me. Witnessing Quentin, which we call him Q, play Joe Jackson on Broadway. I saw it with my mom. Was incredible. So I knew, oh, he knows how to be a dad. Like, he knows how to put himself into the space and kind of find nuances and find the relationship, right? So I just kind of gave him what I felt good about, and he just ate it up. And so the relationship wasn't hard to find because we were always challenging each other. And the way that this show is written is to challenge. Rosetta is there to challenge her father to be better, do better, and ask for better for us. And he raised him that way. So the relationship's written.
And at that time, I mean, we're talking about pre-Civil War, the 1850s,
1863, 3 summers, from 1860 to 1863, 3 summers of Lincoln. And just the dealing of him and wanting more from him and not being able to have access to him, but the only way we could have access to him and the only way we could get him to listen was by the power of the press, the piece of paper, but that's how we got in contact with him. Was pretty much what I call it is we tweeted about him. We tweeted about him. Like, literally, we were putting out tweets and tweets and tweets and causing controversy and saying Abraham Lincoln in our newspaper. I don't know if you guys can see it. Obviously not so far. But I tried to turn the newspaper around during one of our first musical scenes where we're using the printing press. And on the newspaper, it says, "Another Lincoln letdown." And so this is what they've been working on for, a couple, maybe a week or two probably. And they finally got it pressed out. And they're like, here we go. And then he has to read about it. And and it's funny that he says, look what Douglass wrote about me. It's like, it's not what just Douglass wrote about you. It's what his whole family wrote about you. What the whole black community wrote about you. What the enslaved wrote about you. So, yeah.
So I think this image really captures, I mean, that's the power stance right there.
We're in motion in this picture, by the way. In motion, going in. Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Very good. And I tell you, so remind everybody how long this show still runs for.
The show, we got an extension. We will be done for good, sadly, here at the La Jolla Playhouse, April 7th. April 7th. So grab your tickets because they're selling out fast, like really, really fast, because everybody's talking about it. Yeah. Just like you guys were telling me earlier, like people are traveling to and from to come and see it because it's that good. It's better and better and better. We had 7 people go on last night. Our understudy, Kent Overshone, went on for Frederick Douglass last night. We had about 5 swings and then extra head. It was crazy, but it was incredible. I wish I could have sent it to you because all that stuff came this morning. So yeah, I had to throw that out. Yeah.
And talk a little bit about that, about even your work as covering other tracks and covering the Elizabeth Keckley's role.
Yeah, we just started understudy rehearsals last week, which was amazing, and so that was even more of a shocker that people went on last night and just like were on it, because some people didn't even get to go through or have a put in, is what we call it, to even know what the show is and know how to feel about it. So people were discovering things last night. And if I was thrown into the situation, that'd be fine. I'm used to that. But understudying Elizabeth, to have someone like Sakan to look up to in general, I mean, the first black alphabet on Broadway, like I'm like, so I was so geeked to work with her. But to have someone like that and to work with her in the room and see what she needed and what she wanted and her take on the role, I respected it. And I went, I'm going to steal. But I've got some things to play with as well for Naomi and Elizabeth. Anytime I step into a role, I want to marry Naomi and the character. And Elizabeth is she's not a hard one to do because I myself am an activist.
There we
in my
go.
own in my personal life.
Oh, you are. Tell us about that.
Huge activist when it comes down to Black lives in general. I started really putting my foot into activism, and it can be controversial with the world that I am stepping into, and the more that my name is being put into rooms, I'm trying not to say the wrong things, but I'm also here to say the right things.
Oh, there we go.
And this was when my hometown in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, George Brown, George Brown Jr. was shot and killed by several sheriffs in our hometown, and I'm literally replaying this video in my head as I'm talking. I'm so sorry. The video is of him trying to drive off because there are guns and police officers in the back of pickup trucks, several cars, for just one man, all because of a drug. This was a drug bust. Go in his house, there's nothing, by the way. So let's get to that. There's nothing in his home.
Wow.
There's a video of them driving up to his home, and he is so scared out of his mind. He gets in his car, and he drives backwards, and they immediately start shooting at him. Not 20 times, maybe about 50, 60, 70 times.
Wow.
And
murdered him.
And what you just said, they didn't find drugs, and is that worth a life? Right?
No.
Right.
No. And what's so crazy is that the sheriff department decided to only let the family see 10 seconds of the video. 10 seconds, because they knew that there was something else that happened right afterwards. So to have that be also the issue that we're dealing with, you're not going to show, this video is way longer than 10 seconds. Come on now. So 10 seconds is not enough, is what I went out there to say.
Yeah.
When I heard that, I said, I'm going to go. I'm going to go, and I'm going to protest, and I'm going to tell our people in our hometown to do better. And I'm going to tell them to tell the sheriff's department to do better, to tell the police, to see us all come out there, and then also to see other people come out there and try to pretend to be, it's just you have to step up, and you have to be on the front line, especially when you know the truth. And I just saw a lot of just things being fabricated, and I could go on and on about this one.
Where do you find that courage?
My mom. I was raised in the church, and so I was taught to love and to care and to look at everybody as a sister and a brother. And so it's nothing for me to step up to the plate, and it's nothing for me to choose to fight. It's not hard, because I have that in me, and I bring that into the show.
That's Rosetta.
That's right. That's right.
Right.
I bring it into the show.
Yeah.
And
Is this the same cause?
this is the same cause.
Okay.
And being out there was life-changing for me, because I've never done anything like that. And because I have a voice, and people are like, "Why? How is she so confident to do that?" And somebody was like, "Oh, she does theater," and I was like, "This is not an act."
Right.
I
Don't
do
get it
theater. Yes,
twisted.
I have a voice. I have the courage. I have the ability and the confidence to do so. But this is not an act, and because I have that confidence and that courage, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take that megaphone, and I'm going to say 10 seconds is not enough. Say his name. So that was life changing for me, and I never had anything like that happen close to home. So,
And then people are able to see that, youth are able to see that, and to speak up by just watching you, right, and affecting you, and when you first started, let's go back. Let's go back to that, because all of this is coming together,
yes.
How did it all start?
So, Yes.
That's where-
I
that's
thought
where- that's where
my
it
mom is
started.
probably smiling so hard. She loves this picture. But it started here. I grew up with my mom being a minister when I was very young, and then she transitioned over to being a pastor. And so it was born into the church. My late father, he was a singer. So when I came out the womb, I think it was just inevitable that I was going to be able to sing. But my sister is the one who discovered my voice. She said I was like 3 or 4 years old in the backseat of her car, and No One by Alicia Keys was playing. And my sister said I had to have heard that song maybe twice. And she said I got in the car and I sang the whole thing, like the melody and word for word, like sound for. She was like, she turned around and looked at me and was like, oh my gosh, this little girl can sing. And so to hear her talk about that, I'm just like, wow. So it was always in me. And so growing up, I enjoyed just performing, and like I used to like pretend to be a pastor in front of my mom. Like I remember just sitting in the living room and just like pretending to preach and do things like that, or sing in the choir, pretending, you know. So she always knew that girl, she gonna be something. But she wanted me to be something in the church. That's where it started. Was that church family and using your gifts and using it for, you know, for the betterment of everybody else, and to, you know, bring souls and bring everybody to God, you know, and that gift that God has given you, use it. And so the theater thing really didn't happen until I was 13. My mom took me to go see The Music Man in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, at the Center Players, which is the group I ended up joining later. And she looks at me after the show's over, and I got to witness one of my elementary school friends play the lead in it, and she's a black girl, and that role is usually played by a white girl or white woman. And so I was like, oh my God, seeing her on that stage, I was like, and she sings like that? I didn't know black people could sing like that. And I was like, ooh, like what? Like, ooh, that sounds a little silly to me. Looks silly. But I was like, I really enjoyed that. That was really nice. And long story short, she goes, that's great. You're auditioning next week for it. You're auditioning for the Center Players next week.
Okay.
I looked at her and I go, no. I will not go up there and make a fool of myself. I've never done anything like that. There is nothing. I have only played maybe the baby Jesus in the manger at church. I'm not doing it. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. And so I went in, sang Home from the Wiz, because my mom coached me, because she is one of those. Yes, she is one of those moms. She's like, we need to get this right. We got to get this right. You got to get the lead. You got to get it. You got to get it. And so went in singing that, and apparently the people that are my best friends now, still to this day, had said that everybody stopped when I started singing. And I didn't look at myself or feel that way about myself. I just thought I was going in there singing just like everybody else, not knowing that there was something more.
Something special.
Yeah. And after that, they asked me to come and do a few shows, and then the rest is history. I mean, I just continued to just grow and be more confident in this thing. Like, I knew how to perform and put on the thing, but I didn't know how to connect it with myself.
Ooh.
I didn't know how to connect it to Naomi. Yes. So it was always for everyone else, and it was always what everyone else would like and never what I would like, and what I am trying to tell, and what my objective is, and what story are we telling? You know, and that was a game changer for me.
Yeah.
That was a game changer for me. And also, when I realized that you could marry the two, use your gifts to tell the story, to heal people, you know, it was crazy to me when I walked out of the stage door. This was doing Tina, and after the show, and a woman comes up to me and she goes, I just got out of my divorce, or out of my marriage. I just signed the papers, everything. And she said, I needed this. She said, thank you, and gave me the juiciest, warmest hug. And I could feel it. And oh my God, that's what we do this for. We're healing people.
Right,
it's vital.
Yes,
it's vital. I'm not doing this just to do it, you know, or to be the next big, whatever. I'm here to let you know that you can make it, that you will overcome. overcome, that you will get through, that there is a better country than this, that there is a better world than this, that, you know, there is more to it. And that's why we're telling these stories.
Yeah.
Because there's more to the story.
Oh, absolutely. And I think you hit the nail on the head, because I think that that's what separates the greats, right?
Yep.
From, you know, you can go and you can do a movie, a TV show, or whatever. You can, you know, you'll get work, but to rise to that greatness,
Yep.
you have to marry yourself with your art, right?
And so, when we talk about the special person you keep mentioning, we're just so everybody can see who we talking about.
There she is. There she is.
That's Donna Mayfield right there.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Hi, Mom. Love you.
Very nice. And so that's a huge part of your inspiration.
This is who I do it for. You know, if anybody asks me, I just want to take care of my mama. I just want to take care of my mama. I just want to take care of my mama. I just want to take care of my mama. I just want to take care of my mama. I want her to have the house on the water. I want whatever she wants, literally. And then I'll figure out what I want after that.
Yeah.
Right,
But
right.
one thing for sure, two things for certain, I'm going to take care of my mom. And it's because she saw so much in me that I didn't see in myself. And I got mad at her for it. Because I wanted to do so many other things, and I saw myself in so many other lights, or I didn't want to go as far as where she was trying to take me. I was scared. I was frightened. I was scared of the world. I was scared of what people would say about me. I didn't like criticism. I love constructive criticism now. Oh, I eat it up. Eat it up, please. Get me together.
What was that? What was the kernel then, to go from one to the other?
It was when I married myself to the art.
Okay.
Because I was so fixated on what people thought. And yes, that's a part of it. Great, because you want them to read what's going on and you want them to enjoy it. But if you're not understanding what you're talking about, you're not liking it for real, because there's a lot of things, especially in this rehearsal process. Christopher Ashley is one of my favorite directors I have ever worked with. I call him Father because I say Father in my show so many times. So anytime I see him, I go, Father. But he's so incredible. But I love a director that literally you don't have to say a word, and they're like, I hated it. I hated it too. All right, we're never doing it again. I'm gonna go back to the old way. That's the constructive criticism I like, because you understand. I know that they get what I'm trying to do because I actually put in the work to do so. I wasn't putting in the work back then, so I didn't like what you said because I was like, no, I'm perfect. This can't be wrong. You don't even know what you're talking about, Naomi. What are you talking about? What songs are we singing here? Yeah, no. It wasn't as fabulous as I thought it was, and I didn't like hearing that back then because I didn't know what work I was doing. But now that I do, I'm sitting here like, wow, no, I see that. I could go further. No, wow. Yeah, you're right. I didn't do that, and I should. I didn't, and I should. And I'm going to take that, and I'm going to put my own stank to it. That's how I like to do it.
Put that stank on there.
Put that stank to it. So, yeah. So, it flipped a little slowly because I still, I think in college was when I really took a beating, was when my teachers were just like, girl, get your homework done. And I was like, no, I'm good. I don't need to do this. Because I went to a conservatory program. So I'm like, I don't need to go home and write down my actions. And no, I am living for it now. So it just, like I said, this wasn't something that I expected for me to be doing. Yeah. So it took a while to get comfortable with all of it, and now that I'm comfortable with it, I'm like, oh, I'm winning at this thing. I'm winning, and I'm enjoying the journey, and it's just it's going up and up, and I can feel it.
Then it's limitless at that point.
Limitless.
Right.
You got so much to do and so many places to go with it, and yeah, limitless.
This is what I've been waiting for right here.
Ooh.
Hold on a second. I have to set up the photo.
I see it.
Are we ready? Hold on. Here we go.
I see it.
Big wheel keep on turning.
Yeah.
Proud Mary, keep on burning.
Come on, Ike. That's a good Ike right there. That they should cast it. Look.
Rolling.
I need that. Yeah.
Oh, the breakdown. So.
BET reposted thinking it was actually Tina, by the way.
Really?
Everybody commented and said, Hoppo, who this woman? I saw the comments. It was hilarious. They said, Hoppo, who this woman? Some people went, that's the girl on Broadway. Calm down, everybody. But yeah.
This is fabulous right here. This is the shot here, too, you know. This is... So where do you start talking about this performance?
Where do you want to go?
First of all, this is talk about how intense this performance was, because I think you did 20 songs.
22.
So it was so intense that they needed two Tinas.
Yes, they needed two of us, and plus our wonderful understudies that we had at the time. Yes, and 4 and 4. We split it. Sometimes I would have to do 4 shows back to back. So it could be 4 and 4 all day long. But if Naomi is on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and that was 4 shows.
Wow.
So.
And how long was this run that you?
I did this for a year. I did it for a year.
A year. And how? Okay. I need to know, when you are doing a show for a year, how do you keep it fresh? And that's how many shows a week, just to put it into context for everybody.
Right. Oh, my gosh. So one thing for sure that I appreciated was that, you know, my director, Firat Lloyd, she said, we've never really seen someone who actually seems like Tina, like who actually embodies, like, who Tina was, you know, and, like, these people have met her in person. So for them to and like sat down with her and like talked about her life and like wrote this story, and helped tell this story, for them to look at me and say like, everything about you gives Tina vibes. And I was like, you know, and I kept it fresh only because I could relate. Father left at a young age. Not having a hard relationship with my mother at all, no, but just trying to navigate, you know, not having a father in your life for such a short period of time, you know, from the age of 4 to 9 is when, and 9 years old is when my mom met my stepdad, Joel Mayfield. But to not have that for a while, it makes you feel some type of way, and it also leads you into a world of where you choose the wrong man and all those other stuff. So I could understand, and so I just married the two. I married Tina and Naomi, and it wasn't easy because I really, really like put myself into her shoes, into moments that like I was throwing myself on stage, you know, and like, you know, the hits and the, you know, the blows and those hard parts of, you know, where she, you know, those suicidal moments and, you know, and all of that it's hard to not try to keep it fresh because it take a toll on you. Yeah. And but I love how the end is so triumphant. I mean, her story literally ends with her on the top of a staircase. And like with her wig and her beautiful sparkly dress, and it's her with her fist up like this. I mean,
wow,
triumphant.
Yeah, it wasn't hard to keep it fresh. Some people, you know, I like to say that some people thought I was a little too rowdy, and I say, well, some people weren't rowdy enough.
Boop, boop.
I said, have you seen Tina?
Right.
The woman walked on a, what was that thing? At 70 years old, she was walking on this.
Yes, I remember that.
What do you call it? The
scaffolding.
The scaffolding.
Like,
yes. What?
In heels.
Wow. In heels. Yeah. So I'm so sorry that I'm about to shimmy it on down. Okay, but yeah.
Can we give them a little bit?
Yes.
Let's set it up.
I left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day.
I'm just mad that I didn't get that role, Ike. They,
I know y'all heard that. I know y'all heard it.
I put my heart into that audition.
Oh,
they're lost. Next time. Next time. Oh, you sound so much like Tina. The inflections. Did you study that?
That, oh my gosh, that is baby Tina Naomi. Because months later after that, because that was when we first started the show. So this was like opening night week of the show. So I was nervous, and then I was kind of losing my voice because I love to overwork sometimes myself. Like, I give it all when I shouldn't. But that's just me. I don't want to be any other way. But that sound, to me, I'm like, girl, you weren't giving enough. Like, because the way in which she sings from her up under, it comes
deep.
from the core. I mean, it was a journey. I ended up having a bit of a vocal and I don't like to say injury, but like my voice was tired. I was singing like that for 6 months straight. And
wow.
I barely took off. I never took off. Never. Because my voice was just so into it, and I felt so good. I said, it hurts. I was like, am I done? Am I done for? Lord Jesus, no. So had to take a month off because she just needed a rest. You know, I was trying to figure out what do I do? I don't want to leave. I love this show so much. And I also don't want to be looked at, you know, as someone who can't do it because I can, you know. But that humbled me a lot when I realized that you are only human. And Tina Turner would not want to sing like this 4 times a week, 22 songs. I mean, it's her entire catalog. So don't be hard on yourself, Naomi. And so I still came back after the month, and I still did put my little stank on it. I mean, there was one review, and it hurt me to my core. And I said, well, I'm trying. You don't know what I've been through. But they were like, we didn't get the angst. We didn't hear the... And I said, well, I was doing it for 6 months. You just didn't see it. You know, but I had to get over that, too. I was like, no, this is for the betterment of me and the show and for me to, you know, continue to have a great and successful career. So, you know, it's...
So you threw yourself this far into it. I mean, you went and visited
Nutbush, Tennessee, old home of Tina Turner.
Wow.
Yes. That is actually, we went to, that was her home. I think you might have the picture of me sitting on the ground. I don't know.
Yes.
It says Nutbush, home of, I don't know if that was her home.
I was stuck on the boots.
I had to come ready. But yeah, that was incredible.
There we go.
Yes, Flag Grove School. That was the childhood school of Tina Turner.
Oh, really?
And they turned it into a museum. And I mean, y'all, this is like in the middle of Nutbush.
Oh, wow. And it looks like it's one of those just one room.
It's so tiny.
Wow.
But it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous inside, and it's all of her costumes and what I like to call it, because they're all Bob Mackie, and everything Bob Mackie is like, wow. So, and that's what Tina wanted. And it's just all of her, I think it's the Mad Max wig is in there. A lot of her portraits, a lot of things that she signed, her yearbook from high school. I mean, her tour dates and everything from like going to like, you know, like Berlin and things like that, and her weeks off, like you saw that, and all of her catalogs. And then in the, like, from all of the, the costumes, you go into the back room, and that's where you see the classroom and the chalkboard and everything. And then all of her, all of the people that have inspired her or helped her in her career. Y'all gotta go to Nutbush, Tennessee.
Oh my God.
Is this part of the museum too?
Yeah.
You saw it again?
Is that part of the museum as well?
No. This is what I was trying to say. I believe this was a home of some sort. Maybe
A gas station?
I don't think so. No, it was a home. This is a home.
Somebody's house.
And I don't I'm not going to say it, but I believe this is her home, and that's why I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But I just knew it was iconic to
That's a classic
be
shot
right
there.
there,
That's,
you know, and
I
to
love
know
that
that
shot.
behind that home is where, you know, our people were picking cotton, and there's a whole cotton field back there.
get out.
Yeah, it's a whole cotton field back there.
Wow.
And we just sat there and looked, and we're like, oh my gosh, you know, just to realize that Tina Turner was back there, you know, doing that, you know, with her family when she was a little girl.
And so you did this travel before ever actually taking the stage, or did you do it while you were performing, or when did you make the trip?
Oh, we did it while we were performing. This was in Memphis, when we were in Memphis.
Oh.
Okay.
So they got us a van and told us that we were going to Notbush, Tennessee, and that we were going to go see Tina's old school and see where she grew up.
Now, did she set this up before her estate?
I believe so.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's just wonderful to have that. I mean, you're out literally in the cotton field.
Yeah, because I don't remember seeing. Yeah, exactly. But you know what's so crazy? It's a whole bunch of white people there, like, run the thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
goodness.
Wow.
Oh.
So, like,
Yeah.
they're the ones that are like, hey, how you doing? Like, you're like, what's up? What's going on?
Culture shock.
I was like, but it's Tennessee.
Yeah,
it's Nutbush, Tennessee.
Yeah.
It's not. The black people are gone.
Yeah.
And I have something else I want to hear you describe.
I am screaming. I'm on a billboard, y'all. Oh my God! You guys. Tomorrow, baby. Let's do it. That was the day before opening night.
Oh,
Hollywood.
really?
Hollywood,
Yeah,
right?
Pantages, yes, at the Hollywood Pantages. Oh my gosh, I was itching to get to that moment because I knew it was going to change my life, and it did. I mean, I met some incredible people. My mom got to meet people that she's been obsessed with, like just famous actors and singers and dancers and everybody.
Glenn Turman.
Like Glenn Turman, oh, look at her, she's so handsome. You know, and just knowing like Lynn Whitfield and all the you know, Tyler Perry people were there, and you know, and then some people like literally found my mom, were like, I love your daughter, like we all have to be family now, like, you know, so we made family with some of the people from Sisters, you know, on BT, and so Novi Brown, she just took me and my mom out, you know, making connections,
Nice.
you know,
Nice.
and having that people see you and then also want to get to know you afterwards.
Right.
Like, they're like, oh, you killed that. I want to know you now. I wanna know
Yes.
Naomi.
And this is family here.
Yeah, that's not even family. That's Novi on to the left. Yes, family now. Yes, yes. And Novi to the left of me. Yes. Oh, yeah.
Well, that's the black community in Los Angeles is very welcoming in terms of the theater, the arts. You know, we were just at Renty Brown, who has Ebony Rep.
Oh.
Yes,
Yeah.
and Hollywood Black royalty came out.
Come on.
Right.
Yes.
That's
Have y'all ever met Flex Alexander?
No, I have not. I don't know if you
Flex. No,
Flex?
I haven't had
But I know who he is.
He's always out, and not always out, but he's always in the community, and he's throwing parties for just like a little small group of the black community, like Hollywood black community.
Yeah.
And when I was invited, because Novi invited me and my mom one night, he was DJing. And I said, what? Come on, one-on-one. Come on, Michael Jackson. We don't remember that one.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, it was insane to see him just up there, just like having a good time, acting like nothing was happening. I'm just like, oh, you guys are so normal.
Yeah, yeah. We were like, this is my
They just
family
like to
now.
enjoy, exactly. They just like to enjoy life and live, and I love that. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
And this is opening night.
This is opening night.
Woo!
The excitement.
Oh my gosh! I mean, the crowd was on fire. I was on fire. I mean, yeah, that night was electric. Yeah. The joy. I don't think I stopped smiling the entire time.
So my uncle had one question. Again, I'm from Alabama.
Okay, I'm ready.
And so he was wondering, I mean, you go through and learn the lyrics of the song. So there's that on the river, rolling on the river.
Yes.
What is popped a lot of tang?
Pop the what?
There's part of the lyrics, isn't there? Or am I-
Definition,
or-
please.
huh?
Definition, please.
Oh, I don't know. I thought maybe.
Popped in a tank.
I don't know. That's what it sounded like it's saying, but I don't know. I thought maybe you guys combed through the lyrics, with a fine-tooth comb.
Oh, okay. Well, like I said, that was Baby, whatever
Yeah.
that was, because later I discovered just more about my voice. I'd never used my voice in that way before, and so at first I was just like kind of trying to copy Adrian Warren, Tony Award winner, up for playing Tina. I just heard that sound and I wanted to put it in my voice real bad, and I'm really good at impersonations in general. Like I love doing them. So that was my intent, but it wasn't until I was like, no, this is literally rock and roll. Like you have the voice for it, so find that guttural sound that sounds really good to you instead of just trying to make it sound like Tina. Yes, make it sound like Tina, but it'll sound like Tina if you put your oomph in it. You put Naomi into it. And I'm like, oh my God, the way in which I discovered so many things, I was like, that sounds good. I was really proud of myself. So anytime I hear that, I'm like, oh, they're so much better. Like my Philadelphia Thanksgiving Day Parade is by far, for me, vocally, one of the strongest performances because I had some time to really marry into, singing that.
And the voice is a muscle, so it will improve with age, right?
It will improve with the age, yes.
Yeah, and working, and so you get to evolve as an artist in ways that you keep stretching it. And
that was a roller coaster, but it ended up being the easiest thing after a while, because the stamina comes after a while, and everything comes, and you just enjoy it. I mean, I was on that stage doing the mega mix at the end of the show, which is where y'all see me dancing with the ladies with the black dresses on. That's the mega mix, and that's the two extra songs, which is a concert. And so this is when I really get to like drop all of the Tina off and go, I'm Naomi impersonating Tina Turner. And I'm like, how y'all doing tonight? I'm like, good. Thank you for being here. And I wrote this song all by my damn self. And then we start singing Nutbush City Limits. We sing Nutbush City Limits, and then we do another rendition of Rolling on the River. And what I did was I loved, on random nights, I would love going, big wheels keep on turning. What she say? Well, maybe I keep on. And I would point it to the crowd, and you would just hear the audience just scream.
Oh, wow.
And I had some ladies come up to the front, and I say, sing it. And they go, oh, my God. That was what brought me back to life, like, after the show and going through so much. Like, I had a blast.
That's what
I think every woman, every black woman has at least one Tina song. That's taking them through something.
Okay. And let me tell you something. To hear the stories at the stage door was amazing, and to be, given my flowers for embodying her in what everybody felt was correct. Everybody felt was correct. I did the work. The thing is, I did the work before the audition. I've never really dug in deep for an audition the way I did this one. I was documentary. I was doing extreme research on this woman just so I could marry her with me and go into that audition room. And my director told my mom, my director and the producer of the show, they said, don't tell Naomi this, but when she walked in the room,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I was ready.
What is this image here?
That is her right there on the bottom right. Ann Bullock. That is Tina Turner. Her name is Anna Mae.
Wow.
Ann Bullock. Yup. That is her.
Just a little bit more conservative than.
Way more conservative. Okay.
Just a touch.
That was the inspiration for the wig in the beginning of the show when she's young. Is that those curls, that little
That is what's up.
Yeah. I'm actually just now noticing that. I'm like, oh, that's where y'all got that from. Got it.
I'm trying to find. We got to touch a little bit on this piece before.
That was when I went on for my understudy role. Bulda in Frozen, First National Tour.
First National Tour.
First National. I've done 2 First Nationals. Thank you, Lord.
Wow. So what was the pre-Tina?
So, oh my gosh. So I had literally booked this as soon as I graduated
Wow.
college. I was already getting prepared to go and do like a regional gig in Hilton Head, South Carolina, and I knew that this was coming. So that was the crazy part. So I was booked for 2 jobs at the same time. Basically, they just weren't. Yeah. So it was exciting to go to my regional job and go, yeah, I'm going on the First National. The understudied. That was such a gag for everybody. Everybody was like, oh my God. It just hadn't come yet. I didn't know what I was going into. So I enjoyed doing Legally Blonde, but going into working with Disney, I mean, clutch your pearls, what? This is what am I doing? How did I get here? Thank you, Lord. So doing this show was just amazing, working with people who have just incredible voices, and also someone who wasn't familiar with her soprano voice. I'm a dog beat. And I wasn't familiar or comfortable with me doing that, but I knew that I had this crazy belt, and I was like, okay, I'm really loud, so they're not gonna need me for the tenor, or not the tenor, but the alto parts.
Mm-hmm.
They need me for the soprano parts. So this was the first show where I'm in here singing like an ingenue, and it changed my life. It changed how I felt about myself. It also encouraged me more to fight more for my parts in shows that I didn't think I could be in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was like, no, I could be Elsa. No, I could be Anna. No, I could be this, And, also with me playing Tina Turner, that kind of strips that away, from people's minds. They're like, you just play Tina Turner and you want to play... Yes, I would like to play Princess. Absolutely. Yes, Princess Tiana, to be matter of fact. Thank you. So, yeah, and to work with people who also saw me, saw my talent. I was like, and they're like, you're going places. You're doing, I was like, oh my God, I finally made it. So, yeah, but I did that, and then I got booked for Tina in between all of that. And, yeah, it's just been literally, I've been on the road for 6 years.
Wow.
I haven't stopped. So I'm
not gonna stop yet, right?
I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop. And I love traveling, but it's really taxing on the body because sometimes with Tina we would do 1 weekers, and that was a bit much for me in the beginning, but to have to keep packing up and moving and keep going, and then not really get that time off, because our days off were Mondays, but those were also our travel
Your
days.
travel day.
So it was a lot, but I really want to settle down in New York.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
I really, really do. I love Harlem. And I just want to be there, the Black Mecca of the things that have not been gentrified.
I was going to say, is it still the Black Mecca?
Yes, it is. It is. It's the only part of New York where you're just like, oh, my people. Okay, I can walk down the street and I can feel really, really safe. Yeah. And I know that my neighbor is going to tell me, hey, girl, I saw that guy in the corner that you was.
It used to be Brooklyn. I lived in Brooklyn for a long time, and I was just back for a visit.
You saw it, didn't you?
And I was like, what?
Yes.
Who does on the stoop?
It's not the same.
Who? What?
Right?
What?
It's not the same anymore.
The
Brooklyn
flavor.
is not Brooklyn.
It's not Brooklyn no more.
You can't say Brooklyn like that no
No.
more. Yeah, it's true.
So you mentioned your voice. I was curious, what do you do to help maintain? I mean, you got chamomile tea here, but what's, for the most part, what's maintenance of your voice?
So just recently, because opening night was a blast, I had a bit of my voice was tired, and I'm really belting these soprano lines, which I love because I love doing that in this show because it's a rock show. Why not? Rock, gospel, R&B. But it took me a minute to get my voice really, really back because I had to keep singing. And I had to keep going to work. And then I had to keep going to rehearsals. And then I had to do a self-tape. And then so I was like fighting with like, I am not calling out. So what I did was I just tried my hardest, which I hate doing because it's not a thing I do well, which is stop talking, even for like, so I literally was like, there's these sleep tapes things now that you can put in your mouth, like they help you. I don't know if y'all
Sleep
seen
tape.
No.
like the sleep, like you put it on your mouth and it's like a tape for your mouth when you go to sleep, and it helps with your apparently helps you breathe better and also helps with your jawline. Like so, it keeps your mouth closed. Alignment, exactly. And so also you don't keep sleeping with your mouth open, right? And so I, as a singer, I'm thinking, oh, that's nice because who knows why my throat is so dry in the morning. I'm like, let me try this, but I used it when I went home later that day when my voice was feeling a little icky from our understudy rehearsals, because I love talking to myself. I love talking to the TV. I love talking to. I love it. So I said, and I just stayed quiet, and I just did the Chinese medicine methods with the ginkgo biloba and the astrax and blackberry molasses, and all the things, all of it. I do, and I take every step necessary. I'm still looking for the best of the best singing throat coat, singer spray, singers, everything, because I love to sing and I don't want to stop, and I want to sing the way I like to sing. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to find the things that are going to help my vocal cords, stay fresh.
Well, you're doing the work. You are great. You're going to be. My son introduced me to the rapper Kevin Gates, and I saw him last night, and he said he talks to himself. And you were just saying you talk to yourself. And these geniuses, and I'm listening to people that have achieved great things. And this is the kind of what you're talking about. This is the kind of stuff they do.
Wow. So
wow, thank you. Ooh, I'm taking that. You heard that, Mom?
Yes.
we making it. We going somewhere.
Yes.
Normal after all. So this is a curious photo.
Oh my gosh. Oh, the Broadway. Y'all know that background. If you've seen all the legends and the Chris Rocks and all the Chris Rocks and Kevin Hart's and the Eddie Murphys.
Do you do stand up?
I do not. I sang that night at the infamous Broadway, at the Broadway Comedy Club. I sang that night. A group of.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yes, This was Naomi in college. This was Naomi in college. This is Naomi about to graduate and getting books and getting her agents and getting booked and feeling confident about herself and
like leagues.
Yep. And so.
But you said that you do impersonations, so I don't know. You might have comedy in your future.
My best friend, her name is Dee Dee Romero. Oh my God, she thinks my Michael Jackson impersonation is the best thing on the earth. That's why we're best friends, because we both do impersonations. We just laugh at each other all day long. Like, I don't let nobody laugh at me except her when I do something like really bad. So that's us. But she thinks my Michael Jackson impersonation is pretty well.
Okay, we won't make you do that. Dun, dun.
So
come on.
Her favorite is I'm just gonna bust it out. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Stop it. Just don't let me around. And she got the jacket on too. She got the leather jacket on. See?
She said.
God.
She was planning on this.
She was. She set us up for it. That was the perfect tea. Okay.
Oh my God. But she loves that. She's gonna love seeing this. Oh my God. She's gonna cry laughing. Oh God.
So, at this point, what kind of advice would you give this young version of
my God,
Naomi. Now that you've traveled this far and had this much success, what's the advice you'd give to this version of yourself?
What you say about yourself matters the most. Oh my God. How you feel, what you believe to be true about the work that you're doing, and just because they said you're phenomenal doesn't that shouldn't be the end all be all of who you are. It should matter to you, and go with your gut, girl. Go with your gut, and listen a lot more, because I'm listening now, and I'm like, oh, I should have, and I could have, and I would have, and why didn't I take that step forward? Why didn't I do that thing? Girl, do it. Because look at where you are now, you know, but also what you have learned and what you've been through and what you've seen and what you're about to see is going to raise you up in a way that God has been championing you to be. And he has been pushing you to be, and he has been fighting for you to be, and throwing it in your face, and removing and taking away, and bringing and showing you and showing you and showing you and blessing you and blessing you. I mean, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, God is about to do a work, and you just need to be faithful and steadfast. That's all.
Wow, that's beautiful. Is it possible you set your own bar up pretty high, right, at this point in your life?
The things I tell myself, because I'll cry about it to myself, and I'm like, you're making it, and you are going to continue to make it. Look at where you are. There's no other way but to go up. You know, there is no other thing from here on out. You have to always raise the bar. You have to always be, when you step out, believe in yourself and walk with that confidence and that thing. So yeah, I feel like God is setting me up for a moment in my life that I have yet to see, and I can't wait to meet that woman, and I can't wait to see where she is, and I can't wait to live in it. I can't wait to live in it. But for right now, I am going to take every step necessary to help me grow in that journey to get there. And it's right here in front of my face. I mean, I'm working with some Broadway stars right now, and it's an honor to be on stage with people who are Grammy Award winning, you know, and Tony Award nominees and all these things. I'm like, I'm finally in the room where it happens. No pun intended, Hamilton. But I'm in the room where it happens. I'm in the room, you know. I love the quote where, you know, somebody is talking about you in the room, and now I'm in those rooms, you know. Now I'm in that room, so.
You and Daniel J. Watts, did you guys trade notes about, because
the thing is, let me tell you something. We love the show. It's just sometimes some shows, you know, you love them and you're like, yeah, but that was then. You know, let's talk about now. You know, nothing crazy about that. Let's just talk about right now. Let's enjoy right now, because that was what it was.
That's what it was.
But we also, in rehearsal, I went up to him and I said, let's do our fight choreography.
Oh, no.
I said, let's do it. So we were in there doing the fight choreo, and I said, do you remember? I said, do you remember it? Because it's the most intense part of the show, but it's also so taxing on your body. I mean, it's a lot. Like, we had movie people who do movies and who do like the combat, like the training.
The fight choreography.
Yeah, fight choreography. Thank you. They came in and they like really like told me like I could be the next, like, you know, Black Panther. Like that's how dedicated. So that's what made it so easy actually to dissociate from the fact that this was the story that we were really telling, because we went in with the mindset of we're not here to really hurt each other. We're just here to tell this story. So let's find a way, one, that's easy for us, comfortable for us, but also not enjoyable, but that is something that we can take from and learn and grow and go do and later on in life. So I'm glad I had that experience. So yes, I made him do it in the room. He forgot it though. He forgot it. We did a little bit of it. It was,
Before you go, I was hoping that maybe we could reflect on a couple of images from 3 Summers of Lincoln. A couple of the other cast members, if you could kind of comment on?
Oh my God, this is Jam, our William Slade. He is incredible. I mean, just a ball of energy to work with, and just a teddy bear. I go up there and I'm like, damn, and he gives me the juiciest touch. He's like, my snooker, no, Naomi, and just having him backstage, because he's a principal, so he loves to hang out with us, because he is only on stage when Lincoln's on stage, and sometimes not. And so to have him just be a joy and just be so uplifting and just funny and not, not standoffish. And I'm not saying that a lot of people are like that, but some people, they like to have their peace and when they come to work, and they don't like to.
Right.
But Jam is not like that. Jam.
Describe his character. The character he's playing.
William Slade is the what do you call it? The butler to Abraham Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
And so gets out to his night clothes, everything, helps him. But in the story that we're telling, William Slade is a huge influence in this Emancipation Proclamation, because he didn't have the right words to say to Lincoln all the time, because he knew that he couldn't overstep boundaries, but he knew that he had to be a yes man, but also I'm not going to be your yes man.
Yeah.
Like,
right side of history.
Now you want us to be in the show. He's like, I thought we were friends. He was like, I'm in your employment.
Yeah.
And I used to have faith in you back in the day when we were friends, but I don't.
Wow.
You're not taking the steps necessary to help my people. And your night shirt is laid out.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
And bam.
That moment was truthful.
Oh, I got two alphabets to the left, to the right, and the left of me. Oh, yes. Yes, Miss Carmen Cusack and Miss Consenboy. I love these ladies. I share a dressing room with them. These are my sisters. These two have been such an inspiration and a joy, and they fill me up daily. I mean, just having another dark-skinned woman next to me, oh my gosh, it just warms my heart, and she just takes care of me and just hugs me. And I've never had that in a company where another black woman just is like, I got you.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna take care of you. Like, let's talk, let's do this, let's do that. Like, let's hang out, all of it. Because it's competitive, this industry.
Yeah.
Sadly to say, so you don't get to really enjoy black women the way that you should, because they're going in for the same roles as you. But she doesn't make me feel that way at all, and that's all I've ever wanted was a sister. And Carmen, I have sisters. I love y'all. Y'all watching? But a theater sister,
and
that
their
I can
roles?
hold on tight to. This is Elizabeth Keckley. To the left, Khan, and Mary Todd Lincoln on to the right. That's Carmen. And these women they're incredible on the stage, but off stage are just a ball of fun to work with. And also another lady who's in the show, Bets Malone. She's one of my good friends too. We and her don't have pictures because all we do is kiki. We cackle too much to pull out a phone, child. We are the entertainment.
And you do have some firecracker numbers in Three Summers of Lincoln. I don't think we have any tape of it, but your voice in that, it just really rings through.
Thank you. I love that they just are letting me just really bring it to, I also had to pull back a little bit. I was like, wait, this ain't Tina. This is not Tina. Okay. I was like, I gotta lose that a little bit. So I'm trying to mix in my, my mixed belt and trying to find that. But also you hear how, Elizabeth Keckley her take on music is, in which is very ingenue. It's got that light sound it's gorgeous and pretty until the second act where she's like, bring me more. You need to get reelected, and that's when it comes. But it's a joy to have Crystal Monet be from the same side of town she's from Richmond, Virginia. I'm from Virginia Beach. And so that sound is familiar. So when she gave me the demo, when they gave us the demo for the first time and I heard it, and it's her singing, because she's a singer. And so composer, singer, all of it. And she broke down each and every harmony and brought her voice together. She mixed it, and it was incredible. And I was like, I get to sing this? I was so excited. I was just like, yes. So, and also it just tells the story of these characters too. I mean, it just fits. It's too perfect. It's too good.
How does it feel to originate something like that? I mean,
I have been praying for this. I've been praying for this. You know, my agents, when they called me about this, when I was in the audition, and actually also Telsey, which is the casting directors for the show, they were like, you know, on opening night of this show, they told me, they were like, you came in that room, it wasn't what you said that got you booked. Your talent in itself was what got you booked. They said, the way in which, before I left the room, I told them, I said, I held up the score or in the paper, and I said, I love this. I love this. Tell more of this. We need more of this, and I want to be in this. Thank you for this. Thank you. I read that script. I just heard the lyrics, everything. I had to tell them, I said, thank you. And I walked out that room, and she said, that touched them. That meant so much to them. And that was that. Ooh, yeah. That's what helped me really, really understand. I was like, this is what I'm doing it for. Now I understand what this is for. And so to originate this, I was like, and in it be something that I really, really enjoy and that really speaks to me and really reflects on my everyday and my personal and what's going on in the world. I was like, yes, yes, yes. So it's an honor to be able to originate not just a role, but someone who was an abolitionist and a fighter and a black woman and someone whose father has changed the nation, you know, and not only that, not knowing that she was a part of that change, and not knowing that she helped that change and that she pushed, and you know, this woman grew up, you know, kind of with how I like to say it, because I didn't know whether I wanted to put a country accent on her, or give her a little bit of something, but she's very well educated. Yeah, you know, her father was raised by white people, or a white woman taught me my ABCs, is what he says, and so her father tried his best to always bring her around white people, and so it wasn't until she went to a school where it was only white people and she was the only black girl, and the only reason that she was expelled from the school is because there was a class vote. And they said, if anybody doesn't want her here, she's going to leave. And just because there was one vote, she got expelled.
Wow.
This is true.
This is a true story. Yes.
Wow.
This is true.
And we got this guy.
Her father. Father. Yes. Like I said, seeing him on stage in MJ was life-changing, but to work with him is even better. Everything is intentional. Everything matters. Everything needs to be said. And even if we're in rehearsals, even if it's just for, he has been so full out in this thing. And I know he was a part of the workshops in the beginning and whatnot, and I wasn't, but it's like he's brought a whole nother thing and or another more layers to it. And I'm like, you've been doing this. How you still discovering stuff, man? Dang. I'm like, all right, I gotta meet you where you at. I gotta meet you where you at. So that's why it was easy to find a relationship. And so I enjoy yelling at him every night and telling him no and yes and father. And does everything have to be a speech with you? Because Lord Jesus, we're not talking to the masses. We are at home, you know? And so, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he is incredible. He is a blessing to work with and just a man of God, you know? I love walking into a space and the man of God just speaks and, you know, controls the room. And then also, he does not, when he has something to say, he goes, and I just have something to say. You know, I got something to say, and he speaks to the whole entire company, and he challenges us, and that's what a leader does. And he's an amazing leader, and he's somebody to look up to.
Wow, that's what's up. And we done spilled over an hour.
Oh, I told you I talk.
I could sit here and listen to you all day. It's like,
yes.
Tell me more.
There is more.
Well, we really appreciate you taking out time, because you got to perform tonight.
I don't.
Oh, you don't?
It's my day off.
Oh, that's
Monday.
Right. It's Monday. That's right. That's why you're here.
Yes, it's everybody's day off. Broadway day off.
yes, she's going to the beach.
I'm going to the beach. Yes, I'm going to the beach. I'm so excited.
And we're excited you took out time, and I appreciate you coming in.
It's a blessing to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
I did my research on you guys, and everybody is so gagged about you guys. And I have people from back home who already follow you. I'm a part of the organization DEW, Girl Power, and it's just about women empowerment and also helping young women, you know, into getting into their careers and helping them, you know, get into schools if they're, you know, less fortunate and things like that. So they follow you guys, and I was like, oh my God. So it's all connected, and it's black. It's just black. It's the black family.
Is.
The black,
that's what it's for.
Yes, so
that's what it's for.
Thank you. I'm so honored to be here, and congratulations on all of your successes and everything.
Yeah, of course, we're excited to have them see you and the influence you're
Please
going to have on the masses.
Right.
Yes.
All right, and so you know it's still not too late until April 6th if you want to get tickets to 3 Summers of Lincoln at the La Jolla Playhouse. And again, thank you so much. We can't thank you enough, sister.
Thank you. Thank you, family.
All right. And thank you for tuning into another episode of Theater Corner Green Room, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.